2023 is the year of revenge tourism, friends. Yep, we're making up for lost time spent indoors during the pandemic. And no, you don't have to have a fat wallet for this video, because I'm gonna tell you all about the top 15 cheap places to travel in 2023. Here we go. 15. Mexico. Mexico has all the things you could want. Friendly locals, world-class beaches, a diverse and delectable cuisine, and an alluring atmosphere that will have you coming back. Usually, it's coastal resorts like Cancun, Cabo, or Tulum are what make it most well-known. But if you want something truly inexpensive, you need to look at other parts of Mexico. If you're on a tight budget, consider going to the state of Chiapas, which is home to magnificent Mayan ruins, waterfalls, and jungles. Travel expenses there are also among the lowest in all of Mexico. The country will surprise you with its fantastic bargain on food, drinks, and transportation no matter when you visit. With your feet on the sand, you can get tacos for about 50 cents each, a kilo of fresh prawns from the fish market for $5, a Corona with a lime slice for $1.50, and margaritas for just $1 each. Yes, please. 14. Argentina. Argentina's economy has experienced more ups and downs than a roller coaster. But it means that the country is extremely affordable for tourists from other countries using Western currencies. Its appeal is mostly due to the development that resembles that of Europe. Buenos Aires was once referred to as the Paris of the South, but a much cheaper version than you could ever imagine. Yep, around $50 per day will be a comfortable budget to have. There is so much culture to experience in cities like Cordoba and Buenos Aires. And don't forget to visit the southern mountain range of Patagonia, known for its snow-capped peaks, glaciers, and opportunities to watch penguins and whales. Now wait, are you unable to find a budget flight to Buenos Aires? Consider starting your journey from Santiago, Chile, from where you can go to northern Argentina to kickstart your adventure-filled journey. 13. Kenya. It's time for Africa. If you thought you needed big bucks for that African safari dream of yours, let me tell you, no, you don't. The spectacular fauna and bright African plains of Kenya are a sight to behold. Kenya's untouched natural beauty is what makes it so unique. Did you think that such a gorgeous place could also be one of the most affordable places to travel to? Look, there are times when traveling on a budget is actually the best option since it allows you to experience a country at a much more genuine and local level while also saving money. But let me tell you, some big experiences may cost more, but it'll be totally worth it. A once-in-a-lifetime type of thing. One of the best ways to do this is to spend more money on amenities and better guides while traveling to Kenya for a safari. Keep at least $100 a day budget and you should be pretty set. 12. Kyrgyzstan. Kyrgyzstan is a great place to start if you want to travel to Central Asia for the first time. The cost of accommodation is what makes Kyrgyzstan one of the more affordable travel locations. It ranges from free camping to $15 per night for a modest hotel or guest house. And it also costs about the same to stay in a hip yurt camp. Local cuisine ranges in price from $4 to $8 each dish, while an intercity marshrutka, or shared taxi, costs about $5. Along with the country being beautiful and locals friendly, the mountains here also have a fascinating culture and history. You'll still find yurts dotting the countryside, traditional clothes being worn, and people traveling by horse in various areas of Kyrgyzstan. It's like going back in time. 11. Georgia. Another underrated European country that welcomes extended visits. Georgia is a transcontinental nation in the Caucasus region that is home to so many picturesque landscapes and fascinating cities. P.S. Tbilisi has also become a famous vacation spot for remote workers since the pandemic. This country is highly wallet-friendly, with the cost of lodging, meals, wine, and excursions not breaking the bank. At the low end, you can travel throughout Georgia for around $30 per day while living in hostels, dining on yummy Georgian treats, and traveling around in buses or shared taxis. To give you an idea, a dish of khinkali dumplings will cost about $4. A cheaper hotel or hostel room will cost about $10 per night, and an intercity marshrutka bus may cost between $7 and $10. Sold? Sold! 10. Albania. In recent years, this lesser-known Balkan nation has developed into something of a hub for digital nomads. In addition to having gorgeous beaches, interesting historical sites, amazing cuisine, and friendly locals, Albania is also one of the least expensive travel destinations that needs to be on your bucket lists. It's located just across the Adriatic Sea from Puglia, Italy, and it shares a southern border with Greece. But prices are half as high in Albania. A shared accommodation and meals at nearby restaurants will cost you about $40 per day if you're traveling on a budget. Plus, Albanian cuisine is very affordable, with 3-course lunches at hip restaurants in Tirana costing about $20. Wine bottles cost about $10, while a pint of beer costs between $1.50 and $3. The cost of lodging is about $10 for a bed at a hostel, $20 for a hotel room, and $30 for an apartment. Sweet! 9. Bolivia. Let's be real. Bolivia might not be the best choice for somebody hoping for 5-star luxury. You see, in this part of the world, life is straightforward, so getting around can occasionally be slow and inconvenient. But it's also the most affordable place in South America where you can live comfortably on $20 a day. What's more, Bolivia is home to some of the most breathtaking views on the planet, including Salar de Uyuni and Titicaca, the highest lake in the world. Oh, and there aren't many airlines that fly directly to Bolivia, but the country pairs well with its neighbor Peru, and whose capital Lima has excellent international connections. 8. Philippines. Where are Southeast Asia's top beaches? If you ask me, I'd say the Philippines, with its more than 7,000 tropical islands, is the best destination. With its mixture of Asian and Spanish US colonial influences, this region is not only fascinating culturally, but also has a ton of undeveloped coastline. A good mid-range budget would be $60 per day, and some of the highlights you can't miss out on include the Palawan Islands, Siargao's surfing, and the Patad rice terraces. 7. Cape Verde. Quick question. Can a whole nation be called a hidden gem? If so, Cape Verde is unquestionably one of them. Although very, very underrated, this tiny island off the coast of Africa makes for an excellent winter getaway. Sol Island is well known for its low-cost package resorts, but Santo Anteo Island is actually the pinnacle of culture and natural beauty. There, you can have some of the best hiking and trekking adventures of your life. To top it off, Cape Verde is safe, reasonably developed, and offers good value for money. You can easily travel on a tight budget, living in B&Bs and eating food from the area, spending as little as approximately $45 per day. 6. Vietnam. The cheapest and most exciting place in Asia? Vietnam, without a doubt. It's one of the most untouched places on Earth, especially the province of Ha Giang in the north. Oh, and Tam Coc's limestone scenery is also not to be missed. The town of Phang Nga is a terrific destination for adventure travel and caving. Plus, camping inside the 3rd largest cave in the world is an experience you'll never forget. The price range in Vietnam? In 2 words, pretty low. If you eat locally, you won't likely pay more than a few dollars on a dinner, while a glass of locally brewed beer is as low as 20 cents. Hotel rooms are incredibly affordable. You can find a nice, cozy place to stay for as little as $10. 5. Romania. Get ready to dig your teeth into Transylvania. You'll understand Dracula's obsession with it. It's got those quaint medieval villages, historic churches, and impressive Carpathian mountain range. Best part? The country is great for a trip in the spring or summer, but it's just as enchanted in the winter, with inexpensive ski resorts and castles covered in snow. In Romania, a traveler's budget of $30 to $40 a day will suffice. If you're on vacation, you can discover charming B&Bs for as low as $30 per night. Don't sleep on this. 4. Cuba. Wanna travel back in time? Go to Cuba. Spending time in Cuba is sure to be a one-of-a-kind experience because there aren't any typical indicators of globalization there. Antique cars are still allowed to drive on the streets, and there's plenty of rum, sun, and salsa. Yum! 3. Guatemala. Don't sleep on this hidden gem. The Mayan temples of Tikal are tucked away in the country's northern forests, which are a spectacular sight, especially at daybreak. The highland lake of Atitlan in the south, which is surrounded by volcanoes and charming communities, is equally as stunning. Don't forget to visit Samuk Champey, where you can swim in cascading pools in the jungle and explore river caverns by candlelight. The best thing though, many visitors to Guatemala end up spending less than $25 a day. 2. Indonesia. You'll forget the Caribbean once you visit here. All the beauty and more, plus budget-friendly, sign me up. Indonesia is a budget tourist's paradise, offering everything from white sand beaches to jungles and savannas, as well as blue flame-emitting volcanoes and distant rainforests where you may see orangutans in the wild. And even though many people think Bali is inexpensive, other Indonesian islands are even cheaper. Consider traveling further into Sumatra, West Nusa Tenggara, or Sulawesi, as well as the nearby islands of Lombok and Java, the breathtaking Komodo Islands, and rustic floors. You can thank me later. 1. Nepal. Renowned for its fantastic trekking options, friendly people, and unforgettable cultural experiences, it's also well known for being the most affordable destination. Travelers come from all walks of life. Some are on $50,000 Everest trekking expeditions, while others are on a shoestring during their gap year. Luckily, everything in Nepal is reasonable, with the exception of climbing Mount Everest. While traveling across the country, you can get comfortable hotel rooms for only $25 per night, and hostel beds for about $8 per night. A must-have lunch of Dal Bhat, a lentil dish with rice, costs as low as $1 and is as delicious as it's inexpensive. So, ready to pack your bags? Let us know which country you chose in the comments below, and make sure to subscribe for more.